Hello, my marvellous sausages. Well, this is a guide for average players to complete the legend level Seraph Shield exotic mission, because we've got to do this every week, once a week for 4 weeks. We're currently at week 2, but there's 2 more to come. So this can be quite tricky to do. Now, I'm an average player, so I'm going to show you the loadout that I've used to get me through it. I haven't managed to do this flawless yet, but you don't have to in order to complete the legend one for the catalyst for the revision 0, which is of course what we're doing. I've already completed it here, like I'm showing you this after I've completed the mission, but it's well worth doing. So let me show you my build first of all and what I'm going to be using. Now I'd like to top up my abilities as much as possible. Now the best subclass for kind of doing that at the moment is with ionic traces, so I'm using my arc subclass here. Now I've gone for a healing rift because you're going to need to be splapping that down as much as possible, but then of course you get the lovely arc souls which shoot out, and those arc souls, believe you me, are very tough. Now they're doubling their amount of power they output. They're killing very well. For the jumping sections, strafe glide for my Warlock is absolutely essential for precision jumps and landing. I've gone for chain lightning, which is really handy at close quarters, and it also produces ionic traces as well, which is very, very handy because I've got what I've got tied in here. And then I've gone for a storm grenade too. Aspects wise, I've gone for arc soul, like I say, so I cast my rift and an arc soul turns up. And also if you're amplified, your arc souls are supercharged and gain an increased fire rate. And then I've also gone for electrostatic mine. Defeating targets with arc abilities or defeating jolted or blinded targets creates an ionic trace, which is lovely. Fragments wise, now what I've gone here for, I've gone for a +10 in resilience there, so I've gone for spark of feedback. I've gone for spark of ions as well, spark of resistance, and spark of shock, so I'm jolting as much as I can. Now then, let's have a little look at weapons. You want to take in a little selection with you because you want to change things up depending on what part of the mission you're actually at. So for general clearance, I'm using my reckless endangerment, but any shotgun will do in your primary slot, or you can use a fusion light rifle. I got my riptide there, that's also very good as well. Now for my middle weapon here, I'm going to be using my Trinity Ghoul solely because it's fantastic at clearing the old gits. Whenever you're getting swamped, this really does help you out, because when you've got lightning rod proc, you just fire at your feet and it'll just shoot out from everywhere. It's fantastic, and of course it's got a fantastic range as well, so that's really, really good. You could also run the risk runner as well if you wanted to, but I prefer the range that this gives me. But range is something that's really important, particularly on the section when you're outside and you're jumping towards the landing bay area. You know, you're outside of the space station and you've got some Revenant Knights who chuck loads of stuff at you there, and you've also got the Tracer Shanks, which are basically sniper shanks. So take something long range you can use to keep these guys in check. I'm bringing my Staccato 46 here. I found it incredibly useful to have. Now for power weapons at the end, I'd pick a selection, but I use my Typhon GL5 here, which is great for the Brig section, which is very, very difficult, you know, the 3 Brigs in the middle. And then for the final boss on the end, I take my Taipan there. Now the reason why I take my Taipan is it hits for 30,000 points against the boss, which is great, but there's also those chieftains as well who are all void shielded, and they spawn those void shield generators. 2 shots from this will take them down. It's incredibly useful. I'd advise you bring it. And like I said, I've got a grenade launcher as well for the Brigs, but a rocket launcher also is something that you might like to take, but I'll show you the reason why I've chosen a grenade launcher in a moment. Let's go and have a look at my armor and what I've got mods wise. Now the Fallen Sunstar is incredibly useful because it's got improved ionic traces, and I'm going to be topping up my stuff as much as I possibly can, my abilities. Ionic traces you create move faster and grant you additional ability energy. It's great. But what you want to do in here as well is I've gone for Bountiful Well, so I'm going to get 2 wells spewing out every time I get a kill. I've currently got my linear fusion rifle ammo finder in here. You want to switch to that for the boss at the end. All the rest of the way through, I'd put in a grenade launcher ammo finder there because you're going to be using your Typhon GL5 all the way up until the end, or whatever grenade launcher you've got. I've got Harmonic Siphon then, and I've got a resilience mod there as well. My resilience is on 107, but that's the best way I can balance it up. So never mind, that gives me 40% damage resistance, which is excellent. Then in the arms, well, this is kind of up to you really what you want to do, but I'll just show you what I've got. It's a void set, but that doesn't really make any difference, to be honest with you. It can be anything. I'm looking for the 10 energy so I can get my elemental ordnance there for elemental wells. I've gone for a bow reloader because, you know, well, why not? Because I'm using it most of the time. time. I've gone for them bolstering detonation, which gives me ability energy, and then I've got a resilience mod in there. Then for my chest piece, again, similar kind of thing, really, whatever your fancy is, but I'm just bolstering stuff up. So I've gone for elemental armaments to get a chance of elemental wells from my Trinity Ghoul kills. I've gone for resilience retrofit there, which is +5 resilience, which is quite handy. And then I've gone for arc resistance, and I've also gone for a resilience mod in there. You know what might be useful, actually? Let me see if I can pull this out of here. Yeah, there we are. We can swap that over, look, and put something else in. So maybe what we'll do here is stick in to get some extra ammunition for the old grenade launcher there. There we are. Excellent. That makes more sense because we've got 102 resilience there as well. Right then, what else do we have here? We've got my booties. Now I've got my Iron Forerunner boots on, which doesn't really matter. I've gone for Font of Might to give some extra damage to my arc weapons, which is excellent. Better already. And then we've got a grenade launcher, holster, and your resilience mod there too. You can swap these out for the end boss fight if you want to, but I didn't really bother. I didn't notice much of a difference. Now, finally, in this part of the bond here, there's two things that you want. Because, look, I've got my resilience up as much as I like. I've gotten for solo operative, that's a 15% blanket increase in damage if you're doing anything on your own. So this is well worth doing. And then I've also gone for weakened clear as well. So when you're using a grenade launcher, damaging a boss, damaging a champion, or bringing shields, reloads your stowed weapons and weakens the combatant. This is fantastically handy. Although it doesn't work as well on the final boss. I much prefer the linear fusion. So there we go. This is the setup that I'm using. It's very, very good. I did try running another solar build as well with Well of Radiance, but I just couldn't match this for survivability and for Kicking's ability. It's well worth doing. Now, what I'm going to be showing you throughout, I'm not going to show you the complete mission because it's quite a long mission to run. It's about 50 minutes or so, but I'm going to show you the most difficult points through it and things where you might run into trouble. So we've got two boss fights. We've got the center boss fight, which we'll go through, and we've also got the end boss fight as well. Just a little pointer for the opening bit where we're running up to the actual entrance. There is cover all the way up. So the first one you've got is this cave here. The next one you can see is that rock there, and then there's another rock straight away up the end there also. And then there's two kind of valleyways as well on the way up too. You can see kind of there's a path leading to them there. If you want to get cover and want to try this flawless, these are the places you need to be taking cover as you're going. But of course, this is relatively easy to do and we're not really interested in the flawless. But I do want to make sure that you're aware of the scanner floaty droids that are around the place. They've got like the red lasers on them. Keep an eye out for them. Make sure you've got the scanner augment on so you can shoot them in order so you can get your extra second chest right at the end of the mission. Now, one thing we need to do each week is find the weapon schematic, and they're ensconced in these dead exos that you find around the place. Now, once you complete this floor puzzle room here, you'll find one here. I've already collected it last week, so it's disappeared. So that's number one dead exo. Now, the second dead exo, we've just come into the room here. We've come through the room where we get our first operator augment. We've shot that switch in there, which has opened this door. And then that's had two shriekers appear in this room. We've cleared everybody out. And once you've cleared everybody out, you've got to go into this vent here to your right to shoot in order to progress. But if you come through here and you go to your left here, look, you're going to find another dead exo hidden away. And there's a little target, a doodah on the thing. So that's going to give us our weapon schematics. So all we've got to do now is just complete this on legendary difficulty and we can carry on. Now here's a warning for this room when you're at the point where it says West Quadrant control room key acquired. You've got a few turrets and things in here. There's a captain who drops the actual key code. Don't kill him too quickly. Just take your time picking everybody off because sometimes it can glitch out and you won't have anybody to kill. So you won't drop it rather, which is a total pain in the bumhole. There we are, so I took my time killing everybody and he's dropped the key. Be aware of that, it's a huge pain in the bum. Now then, through here is where we're going to find our massive boss fight, our mid-level boss fight in here. I say it's massive. It's got 3 brigs in it, you all know the one. Now the thing about this is keeping your distance, controlling all the groups of gits, and taking out the brigs one at a time and concentrating on the ones that you get one. I tend to go to do the center one first, then the left, then the right. But of course, that can change in the heat of battle. So we're going to see how we're going to go on. We're going to be relying on our ionic traces to top up our abilities as much as possible, and use your super as much as possible. Don't forget to drop your rift as much as possible, and use your Trinity Ghoul to get your ad clearing in. And don't forget, this baby here, if you've picked up the augment, that'll give you extreme ordnance, which gives you extra damage. So I'm not going to be picking that up until about halfway through the scrap, because I'm going to get all my ammo from my raid banner here. So let's start the scrap off first of all, and we'll see if we're going to get a big captain type fellow who appears in the middle here first. So we do have to sort him out. But he's actually not too bad. He's not the thing we'd kind of need to worry about, really. We just got to get his health down to about a third, I believe. And then that summons in the brigs, yeah. So it might be better to do that as quick as possible. So I'm just going to use my grenade launcher to try and do that. We're going to get the weaken clear going on him as well, which is very nice. Let's get that on him. Come on, sod off now. Get your shield up. There we are. Shield up. Okay. So I use these things here. There's one here and one over there in the middle there to exact as much protection as I can. The invisible marauders are a huge pain in the bum, but if you've got your Trinity Ghoul, just firing at the floor and not worrying about aiming is really good for clearing out all the different gittage. So you can see that we've got a brig straight away, so I want to basically use my grenade launcher on him as much as possible. 2, 3, there we are, let's get him going there. Ooh, don't forget to use your wells. There we are, they're handy for taking out all the extra gits. Lovely stuff. Oh dear, dear, dear. Yes, there we go. We'll just go back to them in a moment. There we are. We've got no radar, you see, either, which is quite tricky about this. So you might find yourself getting taken roughly from behind. Okay, time for super. Sort this guy out first of all. It doesn't really do too much damage, but it's okay. It's okay. Chain lightning, very good. Gives me ionic traces as well. We've got stuff dropping. Now, because he's got low damage, he is using the super duper move, you know, the big super duper move. But I've got, look out for that blast, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 shots here. We should be able to kill this first one, dim problem here. Let's line up to him, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Is that him? Nearly gone? Oh, nearly gone, nearly gone. Watch out. Let's just go over here, and let's try and finish him off. The only time his crit spot is available is when he's taken so much damage. There we are, the middle one's down. We've got this noob chops here now, so let's kill him. Goodbye. And I'm going to stay over here because he does try and shoot you, the other one from over there, but you might find that you can get some damage. I tell you what I'm going to do, actually. Now I'm going to run over here, and I'm going to get my extreme ordnance from the middle to sort this guy out. And by the time we kill this guy, we should... There we are. I'm going to keep my super for the guy on the end over there. So let's start wearing this one down. Lovely. Wear him down, wear him down, wear him down. Yes, there we go. Let's stick my rift down as well to give me some extra fireage. They do leap out of the way now and again, don't they, these gits? There we go. 2, 3. Ah, run away, run away. We're okay. We're okay. Don't panic. Give him a massive whack to the head. I got 7 more shots there. We should be okay to do this before he jumps in the air. I'm sure I made a rhyme then. Ooh, nearly. Right, he's going to shoot a big one off, and got him first. Excellent. Okay, so we just got one left now. Now, the worst thing as well you've got to consider about these guys are these sniper shanks, the tracer shanks. Take them out when you can, because they are one-hit kills, basically, almost, and you don't want that. It's very annoying. Look, there's another one there straight away, look. So there's quite a few. There's 2 over this side, 2 over the other side, and 1 or maybe 2 even in the center. But that's okay. I shouldn't even have to aim this now because we've got our Trinity Ghoul crowd pleaser on. And now what we can do... Go away, Marauder idiots. There we are, lovely. I'm going to go and pick up some goodies, and I need to pick up some heavy ammo, if pos. If pos! Goodbye! Go on, drop some heavy ammo. Ah, the swines. Never mind, eh? Bit of ad clearing here as well. There we are, there's the other tracer shank. Told you there was another one. Let's kill that dreg there. Now that might give us a bit of chance to... Ooh, there we are, let's see. There, that one there. Good. Don't be too hasty, there's no timer on it, so take your time. Don't feel like you have to pile in on all of them straight away. Get lots of them coming in over the other side as well, so don't feel free to clear them out. I do believe they keep on spawning in, though, until the brigs are sorted out. So what I'm trying to do here is basically try and get some of this heavy ammo that's dropping. Did I pick some there? There we are, that's good. Pick some there. Let's run through here. Pick that one up there. There we are, excellent. What I do tend to do, though, is fight them down from the other side. I don't like to take them from the rear end. Sort these guys out here. Hello, yes. And another one for you. Yeah. Ah, miss head. Ooh, goodbye, resilient captain. Right, okay. We are now going to go around the other side and finish off the final brig. Let's see if we can do it. So what we're going to do is we'll soften him up with some of this. Actually, we need to do a bit of crowd control first, because they can be a huge pain in the bum. Trinity Ghoul, sorting it all out. Lovely. Thank you, Trinity Ghoul. You're very, 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 very useful. Yes, okay. But try and take them out a little bit more so you don't have too many problems. We've got a 5. There we are. Good. Got a nice wodge there. Let's have a healing thing in. And then let's see if we can deliver some kickings towards Warbringer Brig as quickly as possible. Move out the way. And some more there. Careful, you don't bounce the grenades off into your own face. There we are. And we'll finish him off with a super, perhaps, before he goes. There we go. Excellent. All brigs done and dusted, but it's not over. You've got to do some mopping up, so be careful you don't get taken from the rear by some of these gits here. It's very, very, very tricky and easy to die if you're complacent. So we're doing okay. There's that resilient captain there, and we got one more just hiding away. Who is it? It's a dreg. Goodbye. There we go. So that was it. 3 brigs killed. And just using your abilities, taking your time, and using cover at this end is how you get that killed. Not bad at all. I enjoyed that. And it's much easier solo than in a fire team, because their health bar, or the amount of bullets they absorb, kind of triples, really, I suppose. So it can take forever to kill them off. So yes. Oh, don't forget about these gits here as we go in. Little hint for this bit, make sure when you kill this guy here that you let the droids out, because they'll help you with the crowds at the bottom there. But if you want a bit of help, release the droids. They'll give you a bit of a hand there. Now, here we are about to embark on the jumping puzzle. We've got lots of long-range gits to kill here. So what I tend to do is swap out to a scout rifle in the same slot so you don't lose any ammo on your main ones there. So I'm swapping over to my Staccato 46. Now, jump-wise, you want precision here with your Warlock, so I would really recommend the strafe glide so you've got directional control. But if you're jumping with your Titan, stick on your Lion Rampants. I would really recommend that. And Stompies, of course, if you're a hunter. So here we go. We'll just get through this here. But like I say, just take your time and keep your distance from them. Yes. Because if you are going for a flawless, this is where you're going to lose it and get killed. So like these things here, just keep your distance, take your time. Don't worry about it. Here they come, the Tracer Shanks. These guys can be very, very tricky. So just grab them off in a group. Make sure you haven't missed any as well, because they can be really suddenly right there in your face. Yeah, I got him closer to this knight here, so I'm just taking him off from here. Don't leave him alone. Get rid of him, because you're going to have some explodey Shanks and more Tracer Shanks soon. Jump over this side now. We just got to shoot the old thingy-majiggies. But as soon as we go over here, you can, when you shoot this first switch, you're going to trigger these gits. From here. That's okay, last switch there. Okay. When you get into the hangar area, do be aware of the ogres here as well. They can be a slight pain in the bum. But of course, if you're not worrying about flawless, don't worry about it too much, because you can't get buggered and start again. Now, this fight in here can be surprisingly tricky. So if you've got the ordnance, make sure you pick it up here. It'll reload everything as well. There we go. Pick that up. I should have done it the other way around, really, but never mind. Use the augment to get in. We've got 56 seconds, so this will initiate the fight once you run in here. Because the guy who we killed in the middle of the brig fight is now here. Hello there. So just kind of kick his face in as much as you can. Ah, and he's got the triple shield, which is incredibly annoying. That's the problem. Make sure you don't fall for the what I just bloody fell for. And don't worry about the ads, concentrate on him, because the ads just constantly respawn, unfortunately. Yeah, nearly. Shotgun should do it. There we go. Dead. Excellent. But that can be a pain, and it can be and when he triggers it and you're not ready for it, it can kill you quick. So there we go. Make sure you're wary of that scrap. If you're going for flawless, not that I am. Now, here we are at the final boss fight. Look, I've already been killed 5 times ago to that. That was actually before it. So like I say, we're not going for a flawless. And 3 of these deaths have been in this fight. But this run, I managed to do it. Now, what you got to do is make sure you stick in your rally banner at the top. And then we find Praksis coming in straight away. So what we have to do is get his health down in order to kick off the next damage phase. So what I'm using here, you can see I've switched to my Taipan 4FR and I'm getting much better damage than I was with my grenade launcher. Obviously when I get the crit shots, of course. What you've got to watch out for this guy is those really annoying stasis grenades that he throws that can freeze you. And you can see that I've used my super almost straight away because you're going to get that back again because we've got an extreme ordnance there. Now, what you've got to really watch out for in this, and the things that killed me more often than not, are when you get those grenades that slow down time thrown by old Praksis Git Face, you get this huge gang of those Ravagers coming at you and chucking and smashing you about the head with those really annoying sort of flaming lanterns. They're the biggest pain in this entire thing. So you've got to watch out for them. Use your Trinity Ghoul to destroy them in groups is really important. Here we go. So just coming around here now, so I'm just going to start administering kick-ins with the old linear to the head. But don't worry, there's no time limit, so you can pace yourself and not think, oh, I've got a panic, I've only got 20 seconds left. So you can see here now, you're taking a little bit of time to knock him down, but I do believe we're going to get here too far. And there we go, look, as soon as I start getting some damage in on him, these guys start homing in on you. You don't have any radar, so make sure you look around and you're checking around you all the time, really, or at least whenever you've got a break. Generally, you'll find that if you're firing from a stationary position, they're going to be converging on you pretty quickly because they just seem to respawn again and again and again. So there we are, we've just hit him now, we've got the next damage phase. So what we need to do here is kill the suppressor chap, of course, and then we need to shoot from underneath the 3 drones. Now the little stairway that you just saw me under there to the back and to the right, that can afford you some cover. But to be perfectly honest, I wouldn't stand still in this. Movement is the key. Keep on jumping around, keep on using your abilities, your healing rift, keep on using your chain lightning, keep on throwing your grenades, keep on getting your arc buddy coming up from your rift. It's really important. Anyway, here we go. So we can see the suppressor splicer here. We've killed the gits. Let's go over and get the old augment, and then we can start the damage phase. Because you get knocked down so quick. Look at that. The health is getting kicked off. I got amplified there, which really helped me actually get me out of trouble. So where we are. Here we are. Looking, there we are. There's the suppressor there. Excellent. We've picked that up, so now we need to start shooting git face from the various 3 things. So, each one of these things has a corrupted chieftain in. And like I said, the Taipan look just sorted that guy out straight away. You really want to try and take them down as quick as possible because they're very irritating. And they cast those shield generators as well, which will shield everybody. Okay, so we're on to the next one now. See if I can take him down. 1, bang, 2, excellent. We should flick now to the Trinity Ghoul and then we'll run down into the zone to administer a slight kick in for the shield there. There we go, there's 2 of 3 done and we've got the final one on the top. What you're going to find is Ravagers up here straight away, and also, what do you call those other guys? Oh, you know, your normal scorn gittage. Shotgun comes in handy for the spread there, but what we're really looking for is to get our Trinity Ghoul procced. We've got another chieftain. Whop them with the Taipan. Whip them, whop them hard. There we go. Excellent stuff. They're dead. Now then, finish off these guys here, and then we want to get into the ring and administer kick-ins. And then after that, we've got to destroy the shield generators. There we go. All 3 are done. Now we've got to destroy the shield generators. We know there's 3 of them. So you've got one on the far right here, which we'll go and get first of all. What you've got to be careful of, and I found particularly over on this side, is that they can just rush you through the doorway, which is quite irritating. So that's number 1 done. We'll now go and get the one in the center. 2 shots from a shotgun will sort them out, no problem at all. And then you've got to find you're going to be tailed by those Ravagers. So I switch to my Trinity Ghoul and destroy them, my robots. There we go. Make sure you turn around because they will tail you all the way around and they're incredibly annoying. Okay, shotty out, 2 shots, bang, bang. Okay, damage phase now starts again with Mr. Git-Face Trouseries. So what we need to do is whip out the old Taipan and start getting as many critical hits as we can. It's a bit tricky, but, you know, it's, oof. And that's the way out. They slapped me from the back again. You've really got to watch out for them. And in the 3 times that I died, that's how I died, by concentrating on the boss too much and not paying attention to these guys smashing me around the back of the head with their flaming lanterns. Right, okay. Come down here now for a bit of cover. Yes, Trinity Ghouls, sort them out. It's so useful. Look at that. Isn't it great? There's his annoying shields. Super's up. Smash him in the face with the super. Not too bad. We've got to get him down to that last bit there in order to trigger the final damage phase. So we'll hit him as hard as we can. But I think what's happening here is... Well, I've got 2 shots left. Probably thinking I'm going to go and get stuff from the old extreme ordnance in the middle. Maybe I'm going to try and get around the back. It's quite hard to remember. I did it 4 hours ago. Yes, there we are. Ooh, look at the clearance. Isn't it a thing of beauty? Yes, okay. And we managed to pick up some heavy ammo there. Well worth picking stuff up on the floor and running to it rather than grabbing the extreme ordnance in the center. I want to kind of leave that as late as I possibly can. Okay, he's getting close. There we are. I think 1 more shot should do it, actually, for the shield stage. There we go. His shield is up. So what we need to do now is get the suppressor person again. And we're going to be piled by Ravagers yet again. Yo, see, they always come up those back stairs there. Jumping up onto the gantry throws them off so they can't follow you. But, you know, look at them. They're on you. They're on you like a rash all the way around. Corrupted Chieftain, I've only got no shots left, so I've decided now's the time to go get my Extreme Ordnance. Remember, we get a buff for this as well, if you picked up the buff this week from the story campaign, which I think is probably the best one to pick up this week. Okay, so let's shoot that out. Oh, he's hiding around the corner. But then we got the shockwave from as well. 1, 2, there we are. That one's gone. Brilliant. But we still don't have our suppressor chap yet, do we? Where is he located? He's probably up in the center gantries. They always run round up top. There we are. There he is, look! We'll jump over and we'll kick his face in. Yes, you should be using your shotgun. Ooh, risked it there. Nearly dead. Backed off. Stick your healing down. Well worth it. Don't be frightened to use that whenever it's full, because we've got so many ionic traces coming in that we're just going to be getting loads of stuff up. Okay, hunted down by Ravagers. That's not too bad. Jump down here. We've got the suppressor, so I think what we'll try and do is clear a bit out and then start shooting him from the older, from the control point here. So there we are. 1 shot in face. Goodbye, you annoying git. There are. That's 1 done. Okay, now we're going to have a chieftain in the 2nd level there. And if you do see those Ravagers piling out, sort them out with the Trinity as quick as possible. Look at them. They're everywhere. If you're wondering where they are, they're behind you. Right, okay, 2nd one. Let's see if we can take him out a little bit. I'm deciding to try and keep my ammo here if memory recalls. Yes, there we go. Take that thing out. It's incredibly annoying. Yes, we've got a bit of distance. We've got a bit of time. I'm trying to save my ammo here. And then we can get the 2nd shield down from him there. And boom, good. And then the last one is up on the right. Now, I remember when I was doing a couple of runs, I've been overrun once the final damage phase starts, because you get some big bosses turning up as well. Or not big bosses, but big lieutenants, kind of big, beefier, corrupted chieftains, really. So I'm holding off there. Excellent. Okay, cool. Let's stick the last one on him so we can then get our shields exposed down there. Good. Okay, so we've got 1 round here. You saw the doors open up there. This is where I could get overwhelmed. So just be very careful to be alert of the people behind you. They're not swamping me at the moment, but there we are. They can see the Ravagers starting to run over. Let's have a bit of time in the old reloads there. Goodbye, Ravagers. There we are. 1 Trinity Ghoul kills them. Excellent. Okay, so what we need to do now is we need to just jump over into the 2nd one here. Get me shotgun out. 2 shots. Bang, bang. That'll be that one dead. That's quite good. I find that that one on the other side there is the most dangerous one, because you can get crowded by enemies. So I'd do that one first and do this one last, because once the damage phase starts, then you get loads of people piling in. This is probably the trickiest, diciest bit to do. Okay, so let's keep on going. We've got the last one. Shield drone is down. He's exposed. So let's see how we do. And now then, bound to have Ravagers piling in, and that big boss chap comes over from the far right-hand side there. There are Ravagers there. Hello, Ravagers. We do have a super up as well, which is good. More Ravagers come running around the back. They can see you all the time. Okay, super in the face. Let's knock as much as we can down off him here. There you are, that's going down. Lovely. Okay, next I think we need to start thinking about our Taipan here then, really. Kill the gits around him with a nicely placed grenade. There we are, that tarnished chieftain. Very difficult and very annoying. Don't get caught close to them in small quarters. He'll kick your face off. Okay, we're piling in a bit of damage here with the old Taipan. Keep your distance. Don't forget, get your old Trinity out to kill any gits in close proximity, because they just keep on coming and coming and coming. Ooh, sounds a bit rude. And there's another one of those tarnished chieftains there as well, look. So be very, very careful. Taipan out. Let's try and finish this git off. Where is he? Where is he? Where is he? He's there. Not too far. He's at the top, look. 1, okay, 2, 3. Don't be greedy. That's the worst thing. If you think, oh, I can just stand here and do the hammerings, you can't, because they're going to be piling up against you. Get a couple of shots on them and then move on. That's definitely the way to do it, yes. Okay, I believe this is last knock-ins now for old Praksis. So I'm going to knock in a couple here, and then once he goes over to the right-hand side, I peel over to the right-hand side, and then I give him a quick few crit shots to the head. Bang, come on. 1, oh, nearly. We've got to stick the health thing down. You know, just for a bit of safety. Yes, and oof, and there we go. Excellent. Killer shot in, the entire lot completely disappear. Totally excellent. And that's a bit of a sweaty one at the end there. I find that one harder than the Brig fight, but a lot of people find the Brig fight harder. I just find this one quite intense and not much space to fight in, whereas the Brigs, you've got a lot of space and there's a lot of damage you can sort of hide from with those big barriers. Now, if you've shot all the drones, you'll be able to collect your second chest there as well, and then because you've completed it on Legendary, you'll get the 2 chests at the end. Absolutely lovely. And, of course, you'll complete the second catalyst for the Revision 0. Now, if you did enjoy the vid, don't forget, give me a like and subscribe. That would be utterly fantastic. And I do have a complete guide if you're wondering how to complete all the puzzles, and also where all the actual security orbs are in this Seraph station. Both videos are on the screen now. Thank you so much for watching, and I shall speak to you all again very soon. Sausage it.